Thank you.
So scared this movie.
Good.
And tell me, what was the funniest scene to shoot in this movie or this trilogy?
Well, it's just it's so full of scenes that are so memorable, and the main thing for me was just to keep the atmosphere of the movie as realistic as possible, to make the audience feel like they can relate to these characters, and there's nothing supernatural about this. It's just real life being in the wrong place at the wrong time and becoming the victim of this kind of a senseless crime. So all these scenes, whether it's them crawling under the house and a nail going through her hand, or her being in the shower and us seeing but not her realizing that there's actually a stranger in the room with her. It was just creating all those scenes where I can lead or mislead the audience in a certain way, and keep the tension and that feeling of dread alive all the time. That was the key for me.
And the audience can still thinking about that after the movie.
Yes.
It's crazy. And how was for you to shooting 3 movies at the same time? Did you start at the beginning or it was a mix?
It was a total mess. So movies are always shot out of order, and in this case 3 movies shot on top of each other. So in the morning we could have the characters covered in blood with torn off clothes, and then in the afternoon they'll be perfect makeup and clothes and everything fine. And this way it was very challenging for all the actors, the whole crew, everybody, staying on top of it all the time, knowing where are we in the story and why and what are we feeling, how scared are we, and all that.
And are you releasing these 3 movies in less than 1 year, I guess?
Yes, the first one is coming out now. Next one will come out in the fall, and the next one in the beginning of next year. So within 12 months, people will see all 3 movies.
And why did you decide to be so fast?
Well, it's a little bit of an experiment, because we are so used to, studio makes a movie and then they see if it's successful, and then they start thinking about maybe we'll make another one, and then 2 or 3 years later they make another one, and everything has changed. The actors have changed, the stories have changed, and so on. But our idea was here really like, okay, the first movie happens, our main character survives, what happens to her next day? And then being able to make these movies like this and release them so that those people who enjoy the first movie, they don't have to wait for years. They just have to wait a few months, and they can see the next one and then the next one. Well, it's the studio is experimenting. How is the audience going to react to something like this?
And are you thinking about a version with 4 hours and a half?
Yes.
Also?
Yes. First we release the 3 movies, then we already know how we can cut all these 3 movies together and create one 4.5-hour movie. And then we see what the true fans are, who are ready to go to the movie theater for 4.5 hours and see the whole thing.
Amazing. Wow, amazing. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
For the next.